Hey, what's up everybody? Happy Friday. Hopefully you're off to a great start, a strong start, because we want this sucker to be a finish strong Friday. Hey, today I want to share with you a little bit of an inside look into my 90-day dad bod development community / program. I want to show you guys an inside look at what you actually get when you're committing to a program such as this. What I want to share with you guys today is how I break things down and send things to you guys, because I'm not physically there. I want to make sure that you guys are armed with all the necessary know-hows and tools in your arsenal to make sure that every workout that you complete is to the best of your ability. So, for those of you that don't know who I am or you're new to my page, one, welcome to the community. Thank you for support. I greatly appreciate it. What I'm here for is to help motivate and educate you guys to become a better version of yourself. But I'm Joe. I'm the creator of the 90-day dad bod development program, in which we implement and utilize my triad training methodology that we've been doing for a really long time. And over that really long time, years and years, we've helped transform gentlemen just like us, their bodies and their lives from soft to solid, okay? So from complacent to confident, okay? And in just 90 days, we can get you from A to B. And if you want to know more about that and what that actually entails, send me a message, DM me, send details. And you and I will jump on a call and we'll figure out whether or not you're a right fit for this program and how I can help you become the better version of yourself. But all right, so here we go. So today I want to show you, like I said, an inside look or sneak peek at what you get or what I send you or how I help train you, even though I'm not necessarily with you. So today I want to share with you guys the rack slide. Okay, now the rack slide, nothing crazy, but it's not exactly 100% your typical shoulder press, or it's not very traditionally speaking a shoulder press. So I want to show you guys what that actually entails. So take a look, let me know what you guys think, and if you want to know more about that dad bod development program, again, hit me up with send details, and we'll go from there. I hope you enjoy. All right, what's up, Joe? All right, so I'm going to show you a couple of different angles and things to think about or things to feel when you're doing your rack slide. Now, whether it's a squat rack or a Smith machine, or even if it's a machine shoulder press, all of these tips or things to think about or implement can be applied to all three of those. So I'm going to be on a squat rack, and I'm going to be using the frame of the squat rack as my rack slide. Just a regular barbell because I'm on a squat rack. Your setup is slightly important as far as being able to engage or incorporate your midsection, because not only is this a shoulder movement, but we want to bring in the midsection as well as your obliques and kind of a little bit of your lats, because we want to make this a little bit of a pulling movement even though your shoulder press is a press. All right, so when you're getting set up, wherever your seat is, if you have to move the seat, or if you're on a machine, the bench, or if you're on the seat of a machine, you want to kind of be back a little bit because you want to be able to lean forward or lean into the bench, into the rack, into the machine. Okay, so your grip will be the same as your regular shoulder or overhead press. And for me, I just use the spotter arms as my bottom range of motion, okay? Because you want to be able to push into the machine, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, because my seat is back a little bit, I'm going to have to kind of lean into it a little bit, because not only am I pushing up, I'm also pushing in to the machine or the frame. It's at that point in time where you want to crunch and pull and get your body going forward. So that's where the abs come into play. Okay, now that's at the bottom of the lift. So here's my setup. I'm at the edge of the seat, leaning forward, and I also like to have my feet a little bit in front, because if I go behind, I tend to kind of lean with it a little bit. So plant the feet out in front, okay? And right before I lift, or even though I'm not lifting right now, exhale and crunch, okay? I'm set back a little bit from the bar, but as I press, I come into the bar. Okay, now I'll show you a different view or angle of that. Bottom of the press, crunch, press, lean in to the bar. All right, so here's that side angle or profile so you can see what the body does. Now I'm gonna chop it up to make it very obvious as far as what your body does at what point of the press, but eventually this will be one smooth movement. All right, so we're getting set up for our rack slide shoulder press. Grab your grip, lean into it a little bit, and again, here's my seat. Here's my seat, so I'm set back a little bit. And then I wanna lean into it a little bit. So here's my setup. Bottom of the spot, or the J-hook here. And here's where I exhale and go forward. Now I'm engaged and tighten the stomach. Overhead, press, go into it. Reset, and as I reset, I kind of come away a little bit. Okay, tighten up the tummy. Okay, now that's chopped up. So here's what it would look like in real time. Okay, so that's the side version. Now maybe I'll stick with this version or this angle. When you're at the top of your press and you are crunching or leaning in, trying to get the ears where you're overhead, trying to get the ears to the bicep, I want you to actually pull the barbell into the squat rack or into the Smith machine, or if you're on a machine and you have handles, think of pulling the handles forward, okay? That's gonna give you that lat under here, that's gonna give you that lat engagement as well as your serratus here. So now you're working that whole midsection. You got your abs, you got your lats, and you got your serratus here on the midsection, almost like the rib range, okay? But every single rep when you crunch and tighten, you gotta crunch and tighten or re-crunch and re-tighten at the top. At the top when the barbell is up overhead, think of doing like a pullover, okay, where it's stemming from the lats. All right, so here's what that looks like. You're not really gonna be able to see this difference, but I'll holler it out. All right, so I'm getting set. Kind of in, crunch, up, and lean in. Now here's where I want to press, okay? So when I get to the top of my press, I'm trying to do this, in to it, okay? Reset, crunch, shoulder press, pull over, reset. So your body should be in to the squat rack, into the Smith machine, or into the regular shoulder press machine or overhead machine. All right, so there you go. That's gonna be the rack slide. Now the reason I like to use the rack slide every now and then, not as my only option as far as shoulder pressing goes or overhead pressing goes, is because of the stability that the Smith machine, the squat rack, or the regular machine, the stability that you gain from it, you can do other things with it. You can bring in those midsection, you can bring in those lats, you can have a front to back range of motion or increase your resistance front to back instead of only up and down. Now, let's step away from the squat rack, the machine, or the Smith press or the Smith machine. When you do your press, you still want to engage all of those muscle groups, just it won't be as exaggerated, okay? What you're trying to do is you're trying to create as much internal tension and pressure and abdominal midsection pressure and tension to support or stabilize the overhead movement. Anytime you're going overhead, it is imperative that you brace, or what we call the pillar tension, because the overhead, a lot of bad things can happen as far as posturally speaking. So you want to make sure that you are as tight as possible. So, hey, there you go. There's my rack slide tutorial. Hopefully you guys like it. And again, just a reminder, things like this, videos like this, when you become a part of the 90-day Dad Bod Development community, you get access to these types of videos. So if you got a question, holler, we'll revisit it, we'll break it down, we'll make sure that you fully understand what it is you're doing and why, so that when you step foot into the gym or go downstairs to the basement to the gym or out to the garage to the gym, you are comfortable going into what you need to go into, but you're also confident to kind of push the envelope a little bit, knowing full well that what you're doing is going to be correct. All right, so hey, that's all I got today. Again, if you need help with anything, DM, send details. If you want to know more information about the Dad Bod development, send details. I'll talk to you guys later.